Hi everyone, welcome in to another Tuesday edition. I'm Tammy, I'm the Siberian Wind, and I'm glad you're here. If you are one of my subscribers that's been here for a long haul, I'm glad you're here. If you are new, feel free to drop into the chat and let me know you're here. Every little bit goes a long way, so I do appreciate it. I see Susan and Judy Neighbors and Judy Hebert all in the chat. Thank you everybody for being here already. Let's see. Susan says the Yakima River has flooded, closing a park and the old highway between Upper County. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. Welcome in, Janet. Glad you're here. Glad you're here. Oh my gosh, guys. It has been another day. I have been basically taking care of stuff, taking names, the whole shebang. So it has been one of those days. So welcome in. We're gonna work on something fun tonight. Something where I've just basically cleaned everything up and we're going to pull one thing out. Welcome in, Ellen. Glad you're here. So on the cutting table camera, hey, Linda, welcome in. On the cutting table camera, you might see a sheet of paper hanging off of my ironing board. There's actually a quilt underneath there. And I assume you probably won't be able to read the paper, which is fine. You don't need to. It's tiny print anyway. But the quilt that's under there is going on the long arm frame tonight. Hey, Dawn, welcome in. I silenced my phone, but apparently didn't silence my watch. Let me silence that real quick. That way you guys don't hear it all night. Been sitting and hand quilting all day, says Susan. That is awesome. I have not been so lucky. I have been out and about, had errands to run, that whole deal. It's been that. So we're gonna do something a little bit different. You guys have seen a little bit of this before, but not to the level that we're gonna do today. Welcome in, Debbie. Glad you're here. I'm actually just gonna pull everything out of here and we're gonna slide this box out of the way. Get it completely out of the way so I'm not tripping over it and dropping things. This has been that kind of day. So my lovely trusty Oliso is going to be going in for warranty. The steam selector is not working, so we are doing what we can without steam. I've got to empty her out tonight, get her cooled off, and get her packed up. So, hey, Joe, welcome in. Welcome. So, hey, Joyce, good to have you here. Oh, Susan's going to go venture out and do errands tomorrow. I hear ya. All right, so what I'm going to show you guys is from my Quilts of Valor group. The Quilts of Valor Foundation. Hey, Misty, welcome in. I'm glad you're popping in to say hi. I appreciate it. So the Quilts of Valor Foundation sent us out a happy 250th birthday for America. And it is a panel. You can still order the panel as far as I know. And there's a cute tote bag that you can also order that's inspired by the panel. Here's the top of the panel. So we've got the American flag. Hey, Mona, welcome in. We got the flag, we've got the eagle, we've got the Quilts of Valor symbol, and then we have the signing of the Declaration of Independence down here. So all of that is on this panel. I'm not going to completely unfold the panel, but it's basically that concept. So we are going to work on some stuff to go around this panel. And so I'll explain my idea real quick. So when you look at an American flag, or, if you guys remember Land That I Love, we did a lot of stars in order to make a flag. And I really like that idea. So what we're going to do up here at this corner of the quilt, when we make this a full size, a twin size quilt, whatever, is we're going to have blue stars with white background. And we're also going to do some white stars. I know the panel is distressed. It's more tan than white, but we're doing white. We're doing white. So we're gonna have white, red star or red background with white stars, and then we're gonna do white fabric with gold stars. So the gold is the only fabric I don't have pulled out yet. And I don't know how many of each star I'm going to do. So if anybody's got suggestions, I will take them. I am doing a total of 250 stars because it's the 250th anniversary, right? 250th birthday. So we're doing 250 of them. So this was my sample, and it's very wonky. It's a very wonky star, a wonky looking star, but it's paper pieced, and there's like 2 seams that you do per section, and then you have 2 seams to assemble the whole star. So we're talking 4 seams to make this. No, 4, 1, 2, 6, 7, 8 seams. Sorry, 8 seams total to make this star. And we're going to put them in the quilt kind of wonky. This was my test one. This is not a color scheme I'm going with. I'm not going with a white background and red stars. We're going with a white background and gold. But we are doing a blue background, and I've got some blue. And we're doing white stars in a blue background. So I did 3 the other day. We're going to do a few more. We're going to see if we can pop out a few more of these stars. So that's what the stars are looking like. So they're really cute. They're only like 3 inches finished. But as you rotate them around and then put them in a little wonky, like a little at an angle, it will look intentional for them to be wonky. So I did have somebody comment at one point, well, they really shouldn't be wonky stars if they're representing our country, but in this situation, I think it'll be okay. I think we'll be just fine. So I did. Oh, thank you, Joe. She says, looks great, Tammy. I appreciate that. So what I did to make those 3, well, what I did, just what I did. I did a tree skirt patchwork, not quilted yet, yesterday, and it's under my tree, and there's a present under. Oh, that's awesome, Susan. That is so awesome. So I'm going to cut one more sheet, I think. Am I going to cut one more sheet? No, we'll just do 4 at a time. Hey, Joy T, welcome in. Good to see you again. Long time no see. So I do have some red. This red it's got vines on it. And so it's not super feminine, but it's not like super masculine either. It could go for either. The white, let's see if this will show up. It's called bamboo. So this white, it's not really showing up. A little bit. It's showing up a little bit. It's called bamboo, so it's all that. Oh, yes, that's right. Susan says she did share a picture of show and tell. Yes, you did. I do remember seeing it. I think I commented maybe. If I didn't, I apologize, but I did. I think I did see it. And then the blue is a mottled blue. It's kind of like a brick pattern. My camera over here that I'm showing these on is turned way down so that you guys can actually see my presser foot because normally you can't. Hey, Joan, welcome in. She's going to be doing dishes, so she'll be lurking. That is fine. That is absolutely fine. So what I did way back when, probably a couple weeks ago, maybe. I don't know if anybody remembers how long ago this was. I went into EQ8, which is Electric Quilt 8. So if you have ever wondered about using that software for anything or what you might be able to do with Electric Quilt software, I am not sponsored, so this is my honest to goodness opinion. I went in and designed the star block, and then I told it that I wanted foundation paper piecing. Hey, Chloe, good to see you. So I told it I wanted foundation paper piecing, and this is what it came out with 1 copy on this ginormous page. So we have 1 copy of the star on an 8.5 by 11. So what I did is I took and I copied it, and my original is back here somewhere. But I copied it and taped enough copies onto a page. So I have 3-ish weeks. Yeah, I thought it was a while. So I put 4 on a page. So this is 8.5 by 11. I cut it from my roll of freezer paper. So it still kind of rolls like it's from the roll of freezer paper. But that's how I got the patterns that I'm going with. And one thing that I did is before I started copying it, I wrote 1, 2, and 3. And 1, 2, and 3 just correspond to the fact that this is the one, this is section 1, this is section 2, this is section 3. Not that I have to sew it in any particular order, but you can see here on my pages or on my little papers, you see 1, 2, and 3. Of course, they're facing me, but that tells me that, okay, I don't need to sew like 8 ones. I need to sew 4 ones. I need to sew 4 2s and 4 3s, and then I'll have 4 stars. So we're going to work through it a little bit. I am going to take my 1s first, and I'm actually going to take my big piece of blue. And I know you guys can't really see this in the cameras, so I apologize. I'd have to zoom out, and then you guys are going to see the floor and everything else, and I have to get up and move the camera. It's a whole deal. It's a whole deal. It's like, you know, I don't know. I don't know why I make things so difficult on myself, but I do. I absolutely do. Everybody's saying hi to everybody. So who all has a Christmas party coming up this week? Are all the Christmas parties done? Or you guys have Christmas parties coming up? Carrie, good to see you. I'm glad you're here. I have got one more Christmas party to go to that is for me to go to, and that is on Monday night before I turn around and I get ready to go to bed to leave first thing Tuesday morning. So we are flying out. Oh, thank you, Joe. I appreciate that. We are flying out bright and early Tuesday morning. So I know that they're going to announce the Quiltmas winners on Monday evening. Monday is also the Reflections Mystery Day. So just keep in mind, I have a lot going on, but if you are the winner of Quiltmas, I will ship as soon as I possibly can. If I already have your information when they do the drawing, I will go ahead and ship it off. If I don't, and I have to wait for your information for any reason, if I can't get it shipped out that same day, I will make sure that it is shipped out on Friday when I get back. Oh, good. Carrie's guild party is tomorrow, and Ellen has her husband's on Saturday. Ooh, nice. I'm debating on what I want to wear to the next Christmas party. So the Christmas party that I've already done, that I was helping organize, I wore one of my quilter sweatshirts, and I'm debating on whether I'm going to wear the red tree with the red car with the Christmas tree, all in, you know, sparkly, or if I'm going to wear something quilty related. I haven't decided yet. The local quilt guild here is holding our party Thursday. Ladies at my church are having ours on the 20th. Oh, that's awesome. Oh, I love that. Joy T, she says that she loves the Quiltmas gift. Just send it to her. I hear you. I hear you. I have had a lot of people asking, you know, if for the pattern, which is awesome. So if you guys are wanting the pattern, it is still available. It is free. I'm not charging for it. It is just something, it's just what I put together for it. So if you are wanting that pattern, drop me an email. If somebody will do exclamation email in the chat, that will put my email into the live chat for you guys. So you guys can have that and reach out to me via email. That is perfectly fine. I've been able to get those sent out pretty quickly. I haven't had any delay sending those out. So what I'm doing, I know you guys can't see it. Oh yeah, absolutely, Georgie. Send me an email. Exclamation email. There we go. Susan's got exclamation email put in there for us. Thank you, Susan. I appreciate it. So that checkerboard really, oh, perfect. Joy says she paid the rent with a thumbs up and she shared. I appreciate it. And Judy Hubert's also getting in on the email to post it in for you guys. You guys rock. Thank you so much. And Mona's getting in there too. All you guys are getting it in there. I'm going to go ahead and post it up at the top. So it is now pinned. So I can at least do that. But, all right. So this week, what have we got going on this week? This week we have got tonight, obviously. We have got, I'm going to chase the hotel down again too. It's my email. It's my email, Joy T. Hers doesn't post in here. I finished the third quilt I was playing with during last retreat yesterday. Perfect. That's awesome, Carrie. Friend's Christmas party is on December 14th. She told me that while I am there, I can raid her sewing room and take whatever I want to help her de-stress. Oh my gosh, Joy. Oh my gosh. That would be like the bestest friend. Like, she's not just a friend, she is your bestest friend. You know what I mean? That is awesome. Being able to raid somebody's stash to help them de-stash? Yes. Debbie has a work party on Saturday. Oh, I hate when they schedule work parties on Saturday. Why can't they schedule it during the work day? Or is it during the work day? Do you work on Saturdays? Because that's my thing. Is, do I have to come in extra for it? Hey, Terry, welcome in. Good to see you again. Excited and blessed, right, Joe? I agree. Take her machine. Oh, no. I wouldn't take the machine. She needs her machine to be able to sew through whatever you leave her. But yes, definitely help her de-stash. Susan says if anybody wants Susan's email, you can have it. Just ask. That's awesome. Yeah, it's Nightbot is programmed for me for my ease of use. So gotta love Nightbot. It is fantastic at some times and aggravating at others. But that's okay. We like Nightbot because Nightbot takes care of us and it helps me with drawings, which we are going to have a drawing coming up April 14th. Guys, if you have not gotten a raffle ticket in, time to start getting your raffle tickets in. We are 3 months away, right? Because April 14th is not that far away. I mean, technically we're 4 months away, but you know, by the time we, by the time we do everything we're gonna do this Christmas, we're 3 months away. So time is counting down. Oh, Joyce says the church Christmas party is on the 18th. Oh, that would be fantastic. Clicking on the email, but it doesn't take me to it. Let's see. You may have to copy and paste because it doesn't do a hyperlink. For some reason, YouTube doesn't like to do a hyperlink with Nightbot, and I don't know why. There we go. Joyce is joining in on the raffle tickets for the night. Perfect, Joyce. Thank you. Not on Sunday. Mexican restaurant, great place, fun games. Oh, good deal. I guess that's good. If you have to go in and see your work friends on a Saturday, going to a Mexican restaurant is the best way to do it. I'm a little bit jealous. I'm a lot jealous. I would love to have a Christmas party at a Mexican restaurant. I have not been to a Mexican restaurant in a good few months. Oh, Susan's joining the raffle ticket entries. Perfect. Thank you, Susan. Hey, Dora Lynn. Good to see you. Good to have you here. Very glad to have you. So I've got 3s on here. I'm adding 2s, and then we're gonna do 1s. Last Thursday, I met a lady while grocery shopping. I saw her in the parking lot and gave her a little something, and she gave me a bin full of vintage fabric that she was taking to the thrift store. You have the best luck, Joe. That is absolutely fantastic. I do not have that kind of luck. All of mine is, hey, we had these donations come in for 4-H, and if I can use it in 4-H, I have to. So I don't get that lucky. Not yet, anyway. I'll get there eventually, but I'm not there yet, but that's okay. I did have a lady bring me a big bag of scraps, which I love. I love scraps because I can do so much with them. And so she brought me a big old bag, and she's like, you still take these, right? I said, yes. So she gave me a big, paper grocery bag full of scrap fabrics. And some of those scraps are the cutoffs from backing. So they're big. They're big scraps. Yes, Joy T, she is. She says Joanna is very lucky. She is incredibly lucky. Now, if you'll just take my upstairs neighbors Joanna, then we'll be square. They are so loud. They have been so loud all day today. It has been a challenge. I haven't been home all day, but every bit that I've been home has been rough. Absolutely rough. So, if you have you guys ever seen chain piecing with paper piecing? Because I don't think I've ever shown you guys this. So I'll show you guys here in a minute, but how many of you guys have seen chain piecing with paper piecing? I was at my favorite Mexican restaurant for dinner Sunday evening. Oh, okay. All y'all go into Mexican restaurants, eat another, bowl of chips for me because I'm jealous. I'm jealous. It was surreal. It started because of the Christmas hat that I made during the retreat. That's awesome, Joanna. It's just snowballing. At least it's not actually snowballing. Like it's not snowing and balling at the same time. Because that would be a little aggravating. Just saying. Just saying. Susan says she has done the chain piecing with paper piecing. Carrie says she has not seen it before. That's awesome. So yeah, you guys will get to see something brand spanking new tonight. And this one's a little bit fiddlier than some of the other times that I've done this. But we're just going to make it work. We're just going to make it work because that's what we do here, right? We just make it work because that's who we are. We are resourceful people, and it's just going to function for us. I have chain pieced paper piecing for as long as I can remember. So I don't like taking extra steps if I don't have to. So this is always fantastic for me. I really need to get temperature rings out and work on it. And that one you really can't chain piece unless you know, all of these dates are going to use the same color. And that's, like I chain piece with the first one because I had everything preset, but I don't have it preset with this one. Mona says that her family owns Mexican restaurants and she grew up running a restaurant tables, register, cooking, all of it. Oh my gosh. I would die. I would absolutely die. I cannot do the whole food service aspect. I love people, but I don't love people enough for that. That would be on my list. I see your email, Ellen, and I will definitely get it to you. Don't worry. Awesome. I love that my emails pop up, and I'm glad I actually silenced it so you guys aren't hearing the beepings. I'm going to trim off the extra freezer paper real quick because I don't need it. And they are playing some loud music tonight. I hope they are enjoying themselves. Just saying. Just saying. Now, chain piecing with foundation paper piecing is a lot easier if you know that everything is going to be sewn to the same type of fabric or same color of fabric. It is a lot harder if you don't have everything sewing to the same fabric next. So, and now I did not think about this. Let me double check, make sure I don't need to move anything. Those are all small. They'll be fine. And those are fine. Okay, yeah, so this is all good. Perfect, Joy T. Awesome. And that's why I'm an introvert now, right? Hey, Ray-Ann, welcome in. I have a question that doesn't relate to the ongoing conversation. Have you always said you guys, or did you change from y'all to you guys when you moved from the south to the north? Okay, excellent question. I have actually said y'all and you guys kind of interchangeably most of my life. When I realized that y'all was incredibly southern and was primarily only found in the southeast, then I made a concerted effort to change the way I talked so that I didn't sound too southern. So it's a little bit of both. The majority of it is that conscious effort that I made kind of as a teenager to adapt. So I've said y'all, you guys. I sometimes said yous guys, which that still makes me cringe a little bit. because that one just doesn't roll off my tongue as easily. I still say it, but it doesn't roll off my tongue. And then sometimes I think about you guys and I go, well, but they're not guys in here. There might be a guy, but there's not like guys in here. So I feel bad about saying you guys all the time. But I do it anyway. So yeah, it's either one. Either one. Great question. Great question. Jonah's back. Yay, fantastic. My friend shows up to Sew Days with her stuff in a cardboard boot box. I'm taking her scraps and making her a project box. I like that plan, Carrie. If you're ever near Hayesville, North Carolina, there's an amazing quilt shop there called Just Stitchin' that has a small room full of clearance. They also have a separate yarn, embroidery, and machine stores. That's awesome. Hey, Jean, welcome in. Welcome, welcome. Glad you are here. All right, I'm going to lower my stitch length real quick because I do not want my stitches to come apart later. And even though it's paper pieced, or even though I'm not sewing into the paper, because it's freezer paper, I don't want to ruin that. It's a northern thing to say, to just say you guys for everyone. Yeah, it is very northern. And I learned that it was a northern thing and kind of adopted it for that reason. So Joy T says, as a Jersey girl, I always say you guys or yas. Jersey slang, I will never say y'all, even though I live in North Carolina now. Oh, you come on. You need to adopt the y'all. Y'all is North Carolina. We lived in Texas for 9 years, so that's something I noticed. Yeah, I bet you did. Yeah. I'm not surprised that you noticed that. Hey, Debbie, welcome in. Glad you're here. All right, so here's where I'm at right now. And so I've got all of my threes up here, I believe. Yep, all my threes are up here. All my twos are right here, and then all my ones are down here. So I've got 4 of each. Like I've got 4 of each block. And so what happens is I've got them on here and I folded them over and I gave them about 1/4 of an inch. Okay. When you are doing a lot of this, make sure that this part that you fold over that is going to be this next fabric or whatnot, that you are not overlapping that between each one, because then you won't have enough room. So you need to give yourself enough room between the pieces to be able to cut them apart later. Oh, it took Judy about 15 years to say fixin'. Yeah, you're fixin' too. I had to pronounce something last night. Yain't. Yeah, ain't. I had to pronounce that last night because that stopped William in his tracks. He had no idea how to pronounce that. And I pronounced it perfectly last night. Can I do it tonight? Probably not. Hey, Jennifer, Shelby, welcome in, you guys. I'm busily working on a certain person's task pattern. I'm glad. I'm so glad. I'm so glad. I have to go fix some things on it. I couldn't do either when I lived in Virginia, says Gary. Yeah, it's a challenge to add that additional language to your personal lexicon. That is awesome. Fixin'. Yeah. Let's see, fixin', and then, oh my gosh, what else? What else? What other words can we come up with that are super Southern that I don't say? Oh, I don't call everything Coke. So this is not a Coke. It is a soda. I don't say pop. You're not going to catch me saying pop. It's not going to happen. Oh no. Shelly says she just made boo-boos. So she has to cut 2 pieces of fabric while I'm thinking about it while you're here. Oh, hang on. I got to give you a number. W37 minus 2. I cut 4, I think, and I only needed 2. W37 is the only leftovers that I had. And Judy says it's a pop. No, it is not a pop. It is not a pop. Not for me. It is a soda. It is very Minnesota sounding. But it is a soda. All right. So what I'm doing now, as I'm sewing, is I'm going to. Oh, Joy T is with me on soda. Yep. I do not call anything a Coke unless it is a Coca-Cola. Sneakers, not tissues. Mine are tennis shoes. Hey, Mama J. Hey, Andrea. Welcome in. She had workers here all day, so her nap time was late, so she just woke up. Hey, you know, it happens. Perfect, Shelby. Thank you. How long have I been on? You haven't missed much at all. I've been on 30 minutes, so not bad. It's not bad at all. And most of it's just been chit-chatting and catching up. Um, it's been one of those days. You're not gonna miss much today. Not missing much at all. Mona says it's Coke for her. Oh, it's Sody for Joan. Yeah, now I haven't called it Sody. I haven't had anybody in front of me call it Sody. That'll be new. That'll be new. So I did finalize the menu for the retreat when you guys are up here. When you guys are up here. Or when all y'all are up here. So I did finalize that at the beginning of December, and I am still waiting for them to send me a copy of the contract so that I can finalize the amounts for everything. That is what I am waiting on for the retreat, guys. That is all we are waiting on, is we are waiting on the hotel to send me the paperwork. We are working on some miniature stars. So these are paper piece stars. I need to make 250 of them and put the quilt together, hopefully by the end of the month. We're going to see if that even happens, but that's kind of the goal. If I can get the quilt together and get it quilted before the end of the month, then it might be touring the country as one of the showcase Quilts of Valor. If not, that's okay. It's still going to go to a wonderful, deserving veteran who is absolutely worth spending this much time and effort on. So we have a lot of veterans that need quilts. We have another quilt that is almost completely done and ready. We just have to add another like border or two, and it will be ready to layer and quilt. And I've got 5 right now, and we're working on awarding 4. How long to make 1 star? Maybe 10 minutes. It's not bad. I mean, like if I just sat down and just worked on the 1 star, like 10 minutes. But doing it this way, a lot less. It takes a hot minute to get going, but once you get going with it, it doesn't take long at all. The gold, I think, is my next problem. So I think if I get I will get all of these done because there's only 2 seams on this. But once we get these done, then I'll look at my stash and see what gold you guys think would look fantastic. I call soft drink soda. Stopped calling them pop a long time ago. See, I have never called them pop. I cannot get behind the word pop. It just doesn't roll off my tongue. What size are those stars? These are 3-inch finished. Hey, Lori, welcome in. Good to have you here. So the nice thing with these, Andrea, I have Electric Quilt 8 or EQ8. Is it EQ8? Do I have 8 or do I have 9? I have 8. And I just went in and drew this, and the software popped out the templates for me. So it's not super bad. If we need to get you, if we need to do these in a bigger size for you, let me know. I can see what I can do. I don't know what time I will have, but I can definitely try. All right. So now I have all of this seamed together. So what I'm going to do over at the iron is I am going to press it, and then I'm going to press all of these down, and then I'll come in with some regular scissors, some fabric scissors, and I'm just going to cut around them because I don't want to go back and forth with them. Okay. So we're not going to go 3 or 4 rounds. 2 of these will be sewing back to blue, and then the second one, the number 2 unit, sews back to white. So we've got 2 different units that we're going to be 2 different sets we're going to be doing. So it's just easier if we just cut them all apart and then go from there. And I am going to go ahead and fold up my next stitching line so I don't press that down, just so that I'm not wasting the wax on the freezer paper. Joe, that's so fantastic. She says as long as she doesn't get distracted. That's a throwback from the retreat. So for those of you who did not make it to the retreat, we had a lot of words added to our lexicon, and distracted is one of those. So it is distracted, but it is a little bit extra. It's the extra version of distracted. Now, if I had thought about this and if I wanted to, I would have done all of the white parts as first step in these. So if you're going to do something like this, you can always do the white part that's going, or the lightest fabric as step one. Because it really doesn't matter what order they're sewn in, but yeah, it is what it is. I do not, Debbie. She's asking if I own a ScanNCut. I don't own a ScanNCut, but I do have a Cricut. I have a Cricut Maker. And I do have the Cricut software. Not that I have used it much lately, but it works. Lori says, interesting sewing plan. I know, right? I know. I like to chain piece my paper piecing whenever possible. That way I'm not spending a lot of extra time hanging out at the sewing machine more than I need to be. Because I really don't like the whole hanging out longer than necessary. I mean, I love my machine, don't get me wrong. I love my machine. But I don't want to hang out with her if, I could be getting other stuff done. Because once we're done with this live, I've got to press the quilt that's on my ironing board and get it loaded onto the long arm so that I can quilt on it tomorrow. Because it is well overdue for quilting, and I still don't know what I'm quilting on it, but I am quilting something on it. I just know it's getting quilted. It is very much getting quilted. My backing for it has been on there for probably about 2 weeks now, maybe 3. I think it's been before Thanksgiving. I want to say for sure it's been before Thanksgiving. Hey, Laura, welcome in. 'Tis the season to wake up too early and do not do too much, resulting in a late afternoon nap, right? It is absolutely that season. It is absolutely that season. All right. So they're partially pressed down to their next seam line so that I kind of know where I need to cut by. Because I'm not super worried about cutting close or far away. Hey, Helen, welcome in. She says, oh my goodness, Laura, me too. It's crazy how that stuff happens, isn't it? It's so crazy. Oh, I was about to cut into one of my pieces. I guess I should not be distracted. And I am literally just freehand cutting. It is not going to be pretty. I could sit there at the cutting board or cutting table and, cut it, more straight. I'm not worried about it. I don't know how many each I'm making, so we're just making what I'm making. We're just making a few tonight, and then I will work on some more later. There's an end in sight, 4 snowball blocks left to fully quilt, 2 to do the inside octagon, and then stitch in the ditch and the borders and can do the binding. Oh, that's awesome, Susan. That is fantastic. Now, I will say this, if you are chain piecing your paper piecing like I am doing, make sure that you leave at least a 1/4 inch outside of where your piece lays so that you can trim it up later, because you don't want to cut it too close and then not have enough room for your pieces, or not have enough seam allowance. You want to make sure you leave enough seam allowance. All right. So they're all cut apart. So this is what we have now. Okay. This is the paper side. This is the non-paper side. So I am going to cut them apart in sections. So 1 is being separated from 2, and 2 is separated from 3. And I'm doing that mainly because 2 and 3, or 1 and 3, are going to have blue attached to them, and then 2 is going to have white. So I'm going to set 2 aside for just a minute. It's going to go off to the side. And 2 is the middle section. So we're just leaving it off to the side. I'm going to set the red off to the side too because we're not using it right now. And I will tell you guys, today is international, or is it international or is it national? Let's see. It is Christmas card day. Not national or international. It is Christmas card day. So if you've not sent your Christmas cards out, this is your reminder. I start quilting in January. This time of year, I push myself to finish things. Mount work in progress more needs help. Love that name. Oh, I love that name. I have far too many boxes that have far too many quilt projects in them. So I really shouldn't have taken this on. So when I say that I take on stuff that I shouldn't, this is like one of those. This is definitely one of those. I still have not pieced the quilt for my quilt coat, but I now have the quilt coat template pieces, so I know how big everything needs to be, so we're good on that. It's everything else. It is everything else that I have put my time and energy into and not put the time and energy into the things I need to put it into. So it's all on me. It is entirely my fault, but it exists. I am admitting my failure for that. Now, I will say this. Who here knows kind of what my theme for 2025 ended up being? Hey, Judy, good to see you back in the chat. She says that's what she's doing now, is making the Christmas cards. Cynthia was doing that last night over at William's channel. Laura says she's been trying to get too much done and not sleeping well. So I seem to fall asleep in the afternoon. Goodness, I sometimes wish I could handle caffeine. You know, caffeine is overrated, Laura. You are fine. There is a beautiful joy to being able to take that rest when you need it. Hey, Barbara, welcome in. Good evening from snowy southeast Minnesota. That's awesome. You know, I need to have you all do like a Merry Christmas from coming up closer to Christmas time, and tell me where you hail from, so that way I have like a listing and I can put all of you guys on the map. Oh, that would be so fantastic. Like, I need another project, but that would be so fantastic. So yeah, my quilt coat is not quilt. I have not made the quilt for it. Oh, good deal, Joe. Her Forerunner is back up and running. You cannot convince me to buy a Toyota. No offense. I love everybody who has Toyotas. I will never be one of them. So, good question. So, all of my scissors are Fiskars brands. So, there is a little, on my big scissors, there's a little slider here. This locks the scissors closed. So when you pull it out, they're open and they're spring loaded. So fantastic. So all you're ever doing is that motion. You're just gripping it, and then when you let go, it lets go. So you're not having to pull your hand back open. I struggle with that pull your hand open. Same thing with these snips. There's a little lock here, this little lock piece, and they are also spring loaded. So all you were ever doing is closing your hand. It is so fantastic. Laura says, Tammy, I don't take the rest. I simply fall asleep sitting up thinking about my next task. You know, you need to take the rest. Just saying. You need to. I'm a card-carrying insomniac, so if I can dog nap in the afternoon, I take it. I hear you, Joe. I almost got up at like 4:30 this morning, 4:45 this morning, and got on here and was going to see if anybody was up and wanted to hang out. I was almost that quilter. Oh, if I do it again this in the morning, I might just do it. I might just go ahead and get up and just stay up and wake y'all up with me. You'll get your new YouTube notifications and you can come hang out. I will do that because I am so, upstairs is so loud that me getting any rest during the day is just not happening. So I'm going to have to be exhausted to sleep during the day. It works better when you cut fabric in the right size. It does. It does. Joyce was up at 4:30. See, it's a Wyoming thing. I've watched all 9 Quiltmas videos. Fantastic gifts to win. They are, aren't they? I did not know what Donna was going to be doing, and I didn't get there right on time. And so I started watching and going, what is she making? What is she going to make? I was pleasantly surprised. It was very interesting. I've lived in Washington State my whole life, says Susan. Oh, I can't say the same. Hey, Zaza, welcome in. She says, hi, Tammy and everyone. So yeah, we are going to pick out the gold for this quilt tonight from my stash. It's whatever I have available in my stash. All of these fabrics came from the Quilt of Valor group. Hey, Jacqueline, welcome in. Good to have you here. And when I trim I know you guys can't see much of it. So what's going over here are pieces that are smaller than an inch. That piece is bigger than an inch, so it's going to be kept. Even if it doesn't end up going in this quilt or in these pieces, I'm going to keep it until I am 100% sure I don't need it. Or it will go into my 1-inchy box, because I have several 1-inchy boxes. So it will go in my scraps to be trimmed to a 1-inch square. Let's see. Oh my gosh, all the quilt items are so great. They are, Helen. They absolutely are. I have enjoyed seeing what everybody has come up with. I'm so excited I get to be part of it this year. I'm like crazy excited. And did you guys see before the live, we needed 30 something people and I will hit 1,000? My mind is blown. I had no idea we were going to hit that this fast. Come on, I will hang out with you. I'm usually up about 6 in the morning. My dogs get me up and then go back to bed after they go out. Yeah. So I usually wake up about 7:30 at the latest, and then I go back to bed. But with upstairs, I can't do it. How do you sleep in? What is the secret? Eye mask. An eye mask, really and truly. Blindfold myself, and I can't see the light, and it's a little bit easier to go back to sleep. Just a little bit. It's not always perfect. Doesn't always work. But I also have to make sure that the bed is cool in the morning, because if it's too warm, I can't go back to sleep. It's too hot. It was so shocking when Donna started cutting up that wedding dress. Oh, I bet. I missed the first part of that. I just saw like her sitting on the floor with the dress and like the tulle around her. I'm just like going, oh, is she making an angel gown? I've been waking at 5 almost every morning. Yeah. You keep doing that, Susan. I'm not signing up for that list. Oh, thank you, Ellen. She says thumbs up for Tammy, please. I appreciate it. My YouTube statistics will thank you greatly. My area was in the rain shadow of our big storms, but there are many rivers here in western Washington that have already flooded. Yeah, Susan was saying earlier that the Yakima has flooded, and that one's close to where she is. Let's see. Oh, where am I at? So shocking. Oh, yeah, Donna cutting up the wedding dress. Okay. I did read. Oh, not typical for December. This is like November weather. You know, there has been nothing normal about the weather pattern this whole time. The weather pattern has been all over the map. It's been absolutely crazy this entire time. All right, let's see. I'm up at 7, but I'm up really late, so I have to nap in the afternoon. I would love to nap in the afternoon. Absolutely love to. I am not the napping person. My husband knows that if I go lay down for a nap, that I am really beat. I just can't. 7 years old, so I totally understand, says Joe. Like sleeping, just can't. Yeah, not everybody can. The husband has trouble sleeping in, so yeah, we're with you. We understand. We totally understand. So I do have a couple ideas to run past you guys. Judy, I'm doing well. Just need more sleep. Oh yeah, a lot of birthdays coming up for Laura's family. I remember from last year, there was tons of birthdays. So somebody suggested Tom and Tammy Talks for the podcast, and I did ask him. He does not want to be on the podcast enough to warrant that name. So I thought about, what kind of fabrics do I like to use? I like to use tone-on-tone fabrics. So what about Tone on Tone with Tammy? Or Tone on Tone with Wendy from Siberian Wind? I wouldn't cut up my wedding dress for Christmas decorations. I'd happily donate it for angel gowns. Here they have plenty of dresses. It's people to sew the gowns. That's the problem. It is. It is. Upside I get more quilting done. Right, Carrie? Yeah, that's the whole reason I thought about staying up this morning. When I woke up and, realized what time it was and I was wide awake, I seriously thought about getting up and staying up. Because I was like, I need to get a lot of stuff done. I had a lot of cleaning to get done, and I don't like cleaning first thing in the morning. I counted 5 birthdays before Christmas and 2 after. I forgot about my sister-in-law, so 6 before Christmas and 2 after. Yeah, poor family. No, that's not poor family planning. That is just everybody is on the same schedule in your family. That's all it is. Everybody's on the same schedule. Joan is asking Zaza if she is feeling better. Good question. Good question. And guys, I do pay attention when everybody's asking how everybody else is doing. Even if I'm not actively asking as much as I used to, I am still paying attention. So I do, like, I am, you guys are on my thoughts and prayers. I'm not asking as much because I'm having to revert my mental energy to keeping track. But I am paying attention, I promise. Let's see. So what do you guys think about Tone on Tone with Wendy? Or Tone on Tone with Tammy? Which one do you like better? Or do you have another suggestion for a podcast name? Because I am running out of ideas. And Tom and Tammy Talks is not an option. Well, I asked him, and it is not an option. So he's like, wait, you were starting a podcast? I said, yes, I told you about this. You must not have. I have 5 birthdays from the 29th of November until Christmas, then 5 more in January, all family birthdays that require presents. That's crazy. My mom is the only January birthday in her family. She's January 4th, and she is the only January birthday in the family. So she gets January all to herself, all to her lonesomes. All right, making sure that I am not layering on top, because now I'm in a section where if I'm not careful, I could accidentally layer on top and not have enough room for the fabric that's got it pulled out. Who is Wendy? I am. W-I-N-D-Y. So the Siberian Wind. So it'd be W-I-N-D-Y. Let's see. Yeah, it's Wendy from Siberian Wind. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. But it's a good question though, because not everybody automatically sees it. So it's great that, there's not just an assumption. So that's awesome. One of my nicknames online for a while before I came up with the Siberian Wind, Tone on Tone with Tammy. But again, I'll take other suggestions. You guys are welcome to make a suggestion. Do not think that those are the only options that are available. It's just those are the only 2 I could think of. It's entirely up to you guys. Thanks, Tammy. Now that song is in my head. What song? I don't know what song. I need to know what song, because that is, if I'm starting a song problem, then we got a problem. So yeah, suggestions are welcome for podcast names. I already have my first 3 topics lined up. One of them is Quilt Police, and it is going to be a very different take on Quilt Police than what you're probably accustomed to. I know that that's hard to come by. I like the Tammy choice. Okay, let's get distracted with Wendy. Oh my gosh. Now that would be kind of funny too. That would be an option. Do you guys like that? I might have to simplify it to let's get distracted with Wendy. Because then that way, people can actually spell it. Because distracted is hard to spell. I'll just be honest. Distracted is hard to spell. All right, so I've got all these attached to the blue, so I'm going to press them over, and then we'll do the white, and then we'll finish it out. We will get it done. I think they're playing wrestling upstairs. Windy. I like that, Joe. Windy Moments. I wonder if it's taken. I will have to look. I like that one. That one's simple. Good question. Zaza is asking, where did Siberian Wind come from? So I was a photographer, and I'm still considered a professional photographer. I'm just mostly retired. So I can pick up the camera anytime I want. I'm just not active. And the photographer that I was married to used a publishing name. He didn't use his real name because nobody would believe him if he used his real name. His real name, quite literally, John Smith. So, you're not going to need to trust John Smith to take your priceless photos. So he used a publishing name, and I thought about it, and I really liked that idea of using a publishing name. So I started looking around at what would be suitable, and I was absolutely in love with my first dog ever because I had just gotten him probably about maybe a year. I had had him maybe a year when I came up with the name, and I loved my Siberian Husky, and that's what he was. He was a Siberian Husky, and I absolutely love the wind. I am definitely an air girl. I'm not an earth or fire or water person. I don't get energy from those. I don't, it's not that they're not great. I mean, you got to have all of them to make this world run, but I recharge in the wind. I absolutely do. Even when it's windy out here, as all get out, and people are out here complaining about the wind, I am just going. I mean, there's days that it's too much. There's days that I'm just like, okay, you can back off now, just a hair. But for the most part, I absolutely love the wind. So that's where the name came from. So it was a photography publishing name first, and then so when I started the quilting channel, I was like, well, I need to set myself apart, and I don't want to use my real name because everybody that I've seen that uses their real name for something, especially women, what do we do when we get married again? We change our names. Oh, good deal. Chloe says she's got lots of errands tonight. Plans to see you soon. Absolutely. That is fine. That is absolutely fine. So yeah, my photography publishing name became my quilting publishing name. And I mean, it's just always kind of stuck with me. And I have had the email address that you guys are using to contact me. I have had that for good 15 years plus. It's water, usually the ocean for me. See, yeah. Oh, get to sew soon. Yeah, absolutely, Chloe. I hope you get to sew soon. You have been needing it. You have been running ragged, is what it seems like, because you hadn't been catching me as much. So I pay attention. Darn autocorrect, right? See, Ellen gets recharged by the ocean. I do not get recharged by the ocean. I mean, I like the ocean, but the wind always goes over the ocean, right? And the wind brings the waves. Joe is mountains then ocean, so you are an earth sign then, Joe. How about fiber to fiber with him? Ooh, what do you guys think about that? So we've got windy moments and fiber to fiber with Tammy. Both of those are good options. I am like you, Zaza. I get my energy and life from the sun. See, I am not a sun person. Oh, Zaza is a fire sign. Yeah. I'm sure I'm cold-blooded like leather. Yeah, it is definitely, if you get your energy from the sun, you are definitely a fire. Now there are air signs. I mean, that's where, the air comes from, the wind comes from is air. So I'm technically an air. That's where hordes came from, says Carrie. You call it windy windy. Maybe. I don't know if that one would be as catchy. Let me see. I like windy moments. Windy moments. Okay. So we've got some votes for that. So what we're going to do is we're going to, let's see, windy moments. Oh, you know what? Which one do you like for the podcast? And you guys can vote on this and fill it out. Let's see, windy moments and fiber to fiber with Tammy. And then everyone knows it's windy. Oh my gosh, should I add that one? I don't know. Include keywords like quilting in the name. I know. See? Hey Katie, welcome in. All right. So the top two options are on there right now. So you guys can vote on your favorites. Shelby is an earth person. There's a lot of earth people. Joyce likes windy moments too. Okay. That's awesome. Yeah, see that one. Who came up with that? Was that Joe? I'm gonna have to give you credit, Joe. I'm gonna have to give you credit because it's hard to hit on a great name. It's so hard to hit on a great name. If I did not have Siberian Wind from so many years ago, I would be probably still sitting here trying to figure out what to call myself. Tammy, probably why I hate shoes and will be barefoot as often as possible, or socks if it's cold, right? Chloe is an earth, yes. I ought to do something related to like what you get your energy from at the retreat. We could totally pull that off. Because that would be so much fun. And we'll make it all in good fun. So if you don't know what you are, we'll have a little quiz that you can do, kind of like those little. Do you remember the magazine quizzes? Wendy's Quilty Moments. Ooh, okay. So instead of windy moments, it might be Wendy's Quilty Moments. That's not a bad idea. Joan is asking Katie if the wind has calmed down yet. Good timing. Good timing. I love it. All right, I'm going to trim these up so that I can separate them because these have more white added to them. So these do not go back into the pile for blue. I've already sewn all the blue, so we're going to sew some white. We are going to add the white. Wendy's Quilty Moments. Okay, so that's probably what we're going to do is Wendy's Quilty Moments, I think. I mean, that's the 59% right now. If I were to start a YouTube channel, I would name it the Quirky Quilter. See, I think the Quirky Quilter may already exist. You might check and see if it does. Oh, you guys are fantastic. You guys are so fantastic. I love having you guys here and giving me feedback. So, Wendy's Quilty Moments. Okay, I think that's what we're going to go with because we're at 58% for Wendy's Quilty Moments. Wendy's Quilt Moments, yes. Okay, yeah, so that's probably, if it's available, that's what it will probably be. We'll have to check and make sure it's available, but we will check and see if it is. Awesome, you guys, awesome. See, I knew asking you would be a good idea. So I am, I'm wanting to, my computer monitor just blacked out for a second. Gotta love it. My plan for the podcast is to get the first episode out round about the beginning of the year. So maybe the first of the month every month is when it will come out. I'm thinking. I was thinking fiber because of your physical disabilities moving you into fabric. That's a good point too. Wendy's fiber moments, maybe. That might look like I'm a yarn person though. I will think. Both my husband and I are Scorpios. I'm not really into astrology, so I'm not sure what it means. Okay, so you have a lot of different things going for you. So Scorpio is your astrological zodiac sign. That, like, I'm a Libra. And Libras, by their nature, I don't know much about Scorpios for what they say Scorpios are known for. But for Libras, we like balance. We are very much the balancers in the zodiac. So when you meet someone who is a Libra, who is born, beginning of October, or qualifies as a Libra, you will find that they tend to go into law. They tend to be very black and white. We like the rules to follow the rules. And we don't tend to go off of the rule book very often. We tend to be rule followers, but we also tend to be very, this isn't right because it's not right because the rules say it's not right. Like we're very much like that. So that's what Scorpio will do for you. It'll tell you what kind of, if you believe in it, Scorpio tells you kind of what your mannerisms might normally be as a Scorpio. So you might find that other Scorpio people have a lot of similar characteristics to you. And it's not because, we're born in the same part of the year. It's because of following the astrological zodiac sign. Again, it's if you believe in it. So what the other is, the air, wind, earth, and water is your energy source. That is the best way for me to put it. I know you use Tammy days, so I go with windy days and quilty moments. That's not a bad idea. Ooh, I like that too. Yeah, we'll figure that. We'll figure something. I like that. The problem with my YouTube channel, Joanna was everywhere, so I want Joe. Yeah, Joanna is everywhere. And that is another reason why I want to have an option that isn't everywhere, but it still fits because we want it to fit, right? We want it to fit. And I'm not sure even where my podcast is going to go yet, aside from that it will be on YouTube. So, there's that. Joyce is a Pisces. You were born in February. My stepdaughter's a Pisces. Somebody else said that Laura's sisters are Libra. That's right. Somebody else was saying a Taurus, I believe. Don't quote me. I think that's what I saw in the chat. So what air or wind, like for me, earth, fire, and water do is it indicates where you receive your energy from the earth, or where you receive your energy, period. Because if you're an earth sign, you obviously get it from the earth. But if you're a water sign, you tend to really like swimming and being around water, and you live for things that involve water. So you love the rain, you love the humidity, you love it all because it is all you thrive on that water. People who are earth, who get their energy from the earth, they are the ones. Joanna was even saying it in the chat. That they tend to walk around with no socks on the bare earth. They love it. They can't get enough of it. And they are most at home. They'd be most at home in the mountains or where they can get their fill of earth and plants. Taurus. Helen and Shelby are Tauruses. Okay, gotcha. So earth signs tend to get their recharge from earth related things. Gardening, major recharger for those who are earth signs. And then fire, those who love the sun, being in the sun. Hey Linda, welcome in. Those who love being in the sun, and you can't get them out of the sun. Like, they love to be outside in the sun. They are the fire starters. They do get their energy from fire and heat and all of that. I don't know, Joe. She says December 23rd is her birthday, so what's that, a Capricorn? I have no idea. Hey, Jenna, welcome in. New to my channel. Glad you are here. Thank you. We are having a really tangential discussion tonight, so I apologize. It's really weird. My grandfather always said that someone who talks a lot is windy. What better name for a talk show? We would hope you are a bit windy there. That's absolutely true. And it will be recorded. I will say that. It will be recorded. So, yeah, we're going to go with that. I'm a Leo, and we definitely run off the solar energy. Not every Leo does. Judy Neighbors is also wind. Perfect. And she's a June birthday with Gemini. Yes. I'm an October birthday with a Libra, and I am a wind. So yeah, not your zodiac doesn't necessarily mean what where you get your energy from, or what you get your respite or your recharge from. But mine is definitely from the wind. Let's see. Also, what about the flying quilt? Spin on the flying carpet. That would be kind of cute, but it would definitely be tangential to who I am. But it's not a bad idea. I like that. I like that. That will be something I look into as well to see if that's an option, if some of the others fizzle out. Terry says her birthday is the 24th, and yes, we are Capricorn. Oh, good deal. So, Joe, you are a Capricorn. That is awesome. I am married to a Virgo. I have previously been married to a Pisces and a Leo. Hey, Pam, welcome in. Your sun sign is what you display to the world. Your moon sign is your personality. See, I don't even know what my sun sign or my moon sign are. Like, I haven't delved that far into it. These are just from my history. Those are the ones that I picked up on. I am wanting to get a little bit more into all of that. I'm definitely a newbie to all of that, but I do want to do a little bit of exploring soon. It's kind of been on my thought process that I want to get a little bit more involved and know what I should be looking at. Let's see. All right, 10 minutes ago, 24 votes. Okay, good deal. Sun sign is your birthday. Okay. So astrological sign Libra is my birthday. Okay. Lol. And both my sun and moon signs are Taurus. Also, 2 other planets were in Taurus when I was born. Oh my gosh, Shelby. You got it all stacked, huh? You got it all stacked. I do not know. I would have to look. And I would be happy to go look. That's not an issue. I just haven't. I didn't know we were going to have this discussion tonight. I like it. I like it. It's a fantastic discussion. I just didn't know we were going to have it. All right. So now I've got all of the white on white ones done. Absolutely, Helen. Have a great evening. Thank you for being here. Chloe is asking Jenna what her moon sign is. Creature of comfort and routine for Shelby. Yes. I can see that. I can see that in Shelby. She's also a night owl. She always has been. See, I was not always a night owl. I was a morning bird. I was an early bird, whatever you want to call it. I was the early morning person up until probably second year of college is when it kind of like hit me. Oh, that's right. Happy early birthday to you, Pam. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. We will sing happy birthday to you virtually because I can't sing. Who hid my sing report? Not me. Not I. Not I. I did not do it. It was not me. All right. I'm going to let that poll go for like another 3 minutes. That way it's at 15. I'm an Aries, just a mess. Oh my gosh. I claim the mess sometimes. I am definitely a mess more often than I should be, Judy. You are in good company. All right, so what I'm doing now is I am using and I know you guys can't see it because I got to be able to see it in front of me. Your innate personality is also very helpful. It is. I do agree with you on that. I do agree. So any of these pieces that are too small for me to use on this quilt, I am just putting them off to the side. And I am trimming 1/4 of an inch away from the outside edges of where I need, or where the lines are. And I do have these little corners at the bottom. I'm not going to worry about them. I could trim them. You know what? Maybe I will. Maybe I will. My fiance is a Gemini. I bring the structure and he brings the spontaneity. Oh, good deal. Joyce used to be a night person, not anymore. Yeah. I am definitely the night person. Because I'm not getting up until 10 a.m. If I can help it, I'm staying until 10 a.m. Carrie, maybe the rabbit hopped away, right? Oh, the ribbit hopped away. I'm in Aries too. Judy says Zaza. Yes. We're making all kinds of connections tonight. You a mess too, Zaza, says Judy. Oh. I do not know a single crafter that is not a mess at some point. I'm just going to throw that out there. I know my neighbors upstairs must be Aries because they are definitely a mess. Oh. Or is that too early? Is that too early? I'm going to have to do some research on this topic, says Laura. Yes. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. I mean, you don't have to put a lot of effort or stock into it if you don't want to, but you always can. You can always put more stock into it if you like, or not worry about it if you don't. It's not one of those make or breaks, and the whole religion of the world is going to be mad at you if you don't know this information. So it's not something that you necessarily have to, but it's definitely fun to look into. Hey, Nikki, good to have you. She says, good evening, Tammy and everyone. I love that. I love it. Glad you are here. And I found one I sewed too close. So we're going to see. Oh, I think I just trimmed some of my freezer paper. It's all right. It will be fine. Right now I'm a mess. I would know where my ripper is. All right. Oh, Jenna got distracted, but she's a Gemini sun, Sagittarius moon sign, and Libra rising. Oh my gosh. So I guess if I'm a Libra sun sign, because that's, when I was born, then I'm a Libra. Is that Libra sun rising? So you're an October birthday. Or late September. Is it late September Libras? Or is it all October? I don't know. I do not know. I am still new to it all, guys. Still very new. I just know that I have loved the wind for forever, and that's how we got on this discussion. That is where this discussion topic started. All right. I was here on Sunday night, but I fell asleep. Oh, that's okay. That is okay. All right, so these are what I'm cutting. This is step 2, so that's what I'm trimming right now. So I'm just getting these all trimmed. Let me trim this last one, and then I'll lay up the others when I get there. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and end the poll. Let's see. And let's see what it says. Wendy Moments got 54%. Fiber to Fiber with Tammy is 27%, and something else was 19%. Okay, good deal. Good deal. So yeah, that gets us in the right direction. Carrie, you should have about 6 seam rippers. I have one in every project box. I lose them all the time, then go buy more. I have got 3 or 4. And believe me, I would lose my head if I lost those seam rippers. They are my lifeline. Absolute lifeline. Oh, there we go. Susan has changed her handle. Susan the Quirky Hand Quilter. Fantastic. So now we're gonna see how many other content creators do a little stumble and stutter when they see you in the chat, because you're no longer Susan, you're out in the chat. We're gonna see how many of them do a stumble and stutter. That's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. Tend to borrow when I was in college, says Laura. Oh, I could never have done that. I have several in case one disappears. I have the one that I'm using. Then I have the original one that doesn't have a cap, which the one I'm using now doesn't have a cap. Signs usually change around the 20th to the 23rd. Oh, good deal. All signs go in the middle of the month-ish to middle-ish of the month. Okay. See, y'all know more than I do. I'm over here talking like I'm the expert, and y'all know more. This is a quilting channel for a reason. Just saying. Let's see. So find it tomorrow, right? Often tend to bar for 45 years off and on. Oh my gosh. You have the heart of a saint. I cannot put up with people long enough for that. The quilting retreat is going to be pushing my limits. No, I'm just kidding. I love you guys. The quilting retreat will be no problem. It's just all the others. Do you and Kathy still get together weekly? Yes, kind of. Second and fourth Fridays. So this upcoming Friday, Kathy will be joining me, as will Alicia from Quilty Bird Piecing, and we will be working on Yuletide Sampler 2. Yes, Kathy is a favorite. Gotta have her back. Absolutely gotta have her back. And Alicia is also doing absolutely fantastic. And everybody's loving getting to know her. Sometimes we talk over her a little bit. Kathy and I do, unintentionally. But Alicia is absolutely a doll. Absolutely love that lady. She is so sweet. So if you've not checked out Kathy over at My Hobby Home, guys, she will be here with me on Friday, this upcoming Friday, as will Alicia from Quilty Bird Piecing. And if you've not checked out Alicia's channel, you definitely need to check her out as well. All right, so there is step 1. So we got 2, and 2 is this, and then 1 is that. So now we've got 1. We've got one of the ones. We got like 3 more to cut. Have you all been watching Kathy's Vlogmas videos? They're fun. I bet they are. I've watched like one of them, and I have been overtaken with how much other stuff I have to get done that I have not had time to go back and rewatch or catch up or anything. Oh, that's awesome. Joe says that they are fantastic. That is great, you guys. Thank you for checking her out. I know her channel appreciates it. And please don't forget to share mine, because we are getting close to the 1,000. We are so trying. We're so trying here. So come on. Let's see. Absolutely, Mona. She says she wants to hang with me someday. Absolutely. Let me get my schedule kind of firmed up a little bit for January and February. January is going to be an absolute nightmare around here. I don't know if I'm going to make it to Road to California like I wanted. I'm still trying, but I don't know. And I still have trip to Salt Lake City to make in January. So let me get past January, and then we will see what I've got available. We'll get you on here. That's not a problem. I hope you get 2,000 subs by the end. I think it's actually possible now. I think it is. Alicia's quiet unless she's on her own channel. I've tried to catch Kathy's videos. Yeah, Alicia is quiet on everybody else's channels. When I had her over the first time, she was kind of quiet, and I know a lot of that is just respect for the content creator that's hosting her. So it's not who she is off camera, guys. Like when we get her going, she can talk. That lady can talk, and she is so funny. She's so sweet too. Absolutely sweet, absolutely funny. I really wish she showed it a little bit more on the channel, but yes, she is so awesome. I don't think I could 10 bar, get me mad, and I might have to cut those drinks off out of spite. I would totally do that. I would totally be the cutting up people off out of spite person. I really shouldn't be. You know, you probably were expecting, oh, Tammy, she's so sweet. No. Not when it comes to, you upset me and you upset these 3 other people. So no, we're not doing that tonight. I'm totally the mom. Totally the mom. Alicia's a blast, as Chloe. She is. In my opinion, if you choose windy moments alone, people might think you are a weather channel and not watch. Very true. Very, very true. So yeah, no, I'm taking into consideration you guys' comments. So don't worry. It's gonna be Wendy's quilty moments or something along those lines. I'm hoping. So provided that's available and I can snag it, that's what we're gonna get. Something like that. I hear her name, but it was okay. So we have 2 Monas, Joy T. We have Mona that you're used to with the Mona So What and Miss Seam Ripper. Then we also have Rip It and So On is also Mona. So she is the Mona you're hearing a lot about tonight. So Rip It and So On in the chat is also Mona. Yup. I'm watching Danny's live on my phone. She didn't know it was me at first. No, I bet she didn't. Yeah, when you change your handle, it takes us a hot second. It takes us a very hot second. And Mona's coming in. Hi. Yeah, we're all talking to you, and we didn't clue everybody in. My bad. I do tend to learn people's names. The one that I struggle with most, I think, is Stephanie from the Bargain Emporium, or the Shepherd. Yeah, the Bargain Emporium. I believe Bargain Emporium. I struggle remembering her name. For some reason, her name just does not come to me, and I don't know why. I need to like associate her with somebody that I know with that same name, that same first name. So maybe I can remember her name better. I feel bad because I struggle with her name. Rip It is Rip It and So On is Mona, but Mona Did What is a different Mona. There's two Monas. We've only got one in the chat tonight, but there's two Monas out there now. Oh, Susan says she's glad to get rid of the numbers. I hear ya. I hear ya. All I was thinking is, why don't I have a channel or podcast of my own? Oh my gosh, Carrie. It is a challenge to have a channel and to have it grow. As a content creator, as you guys know, because you guys are here hanging out with me as a content creator and in my role as a content creator, the challenge with, oh, good night, Joyce. Have a great evening. Thank you for being here. So being a content creator is a lot of work, even if you are only doing it for fun. If you're doing it just for funsies and that's it, and you don't ever want to grow, like you're not worried about it, it's still a bit of a challenge. Okay, so Joy T, there is over at Katie's channel, over at Greenland Quilter, she has got a thing on how to go change your handle, which is what you are known by right now. Your screen name was Joy T. Your handle right now is Joy T 1517. So there is a way to change your handle name. Katie from Greenland Quilter went in and showed how she did it. I did do a post on the YouTube page on my posts area that links you to the video by Katie. It's a very short video. She does a fantastic job of showing you exactly how to change that. So you can go click in, change all of that, change it out to whatever you want it to say going forward, as long as it's available. And YouTube will update it almost instantly. Actually, it is instant. It is instant. Heck yeah, hard to grow. Yeah, it can be hard to grow. Jo says she has a near photographic memory. However, names are my nemesis. So faces are mine. I can remember people's names non-stop. Like, it's not a big deal. Oh, you're so welcome, Joy T. You're so welcome. And you can make it say whatever you want it to say. So you can completely go incognito if you want. Now, you do have a limit on how many times you can change it. You have to wait a certain number of days or something after you change it. I have not had to change mine. Hey, DJ, welcome in. DJ says, hi, everyone. Glad you're here. Glad you made it in. So when you are trying to grow, it is so challenging. It is so challenging. Absolutely, Carrie. Have a great evening. I will be live Friday night. Let's see. JT, you hit your photo, then click the pencil to edit it and just remove the numbers. Oh, okay. See, I couldn't remember that. It's more than one step, and I would have to have done it myself or needed to have done it myself to do it. But I did follow Katie's video and like clicked through and was able to have edited mine if I wanted to. But I'm not going to edit mine. Either you know my first name or you don't. I will answer to Siberian. I will answer to Wind. I will answer to Windy. I have even answered to Hey You. So I'm not super worried about my name as far as that's concerned. But yeah, if you are looking to start a YouTube channel, the hardest part is deciding what you want to focus on and coming up with content that matches what you want to focus on. All right, so this is the last piece. That is piece 3. So that's what's going to make our stars. And let me get this one up off the floor. I got 2 more to trim, and then we'll sew all 4 of these up. I can't believe we're still going in an hour and a half. I'm shocked. What about Windswept Mountain Quilting? Ooh, Windy Mountain Meadow Quilts. I might have to look into that. I might have to. And to add Zaza back into mine, YouTube took away. Oh, yeah. Yeah, YouTube, when YouTube changed everything from the screen names, which is what we had before, to the handles, then that's when everything, went wonky. Susan says she even added a photo. Yes, you did. Yes, you did. It's kind of hard to see in the chat, the photos. But instead of it showing up as an S for Susan, then, we're seeing an actual picture. And after a while, the pictures become a little bit more familiar. And that will help a lot of people. That will definitely help a lot of people. I am on the last one, guys. We are trimming up the last one. And this will give us 7 total stars. So that's not too bad. Because I had 3 already. This is going to make 4. Just so you all know, I'm starting a new MeWe group after the first of the year called New Times and New Beginnings. It's about connecting with, making new friends, and making memories with family. Ah, fantastic, DJ. And will you send me an email, DJ? My email's up at the top of the thing. Send me an email and remind me, because I still need to create my Siberian Wind group on MeWe. Because I've got that and a couple of other things I need to take care of. It may be next week because I kind of got ahead of myself thinking I could go ahead and get it done immediately, but I can get it done next week. If you will send me an email, I'd appreciate the reminder. Absolutely appreciate the reminder. Okay, so I'm going to sew one of these, and then we may not worry about the rest. I will sew them off camera. So there are 3 parts to this star. There is 3, 2, and 1. Okay, now all of them still have their paper on the back. Well, I've trimmed them all to 1/4 of an inch from where they need to be, except for the little end of this one, and I'm going to trim that right now. So they are trimmed 1/4 of an inch from where the seam needs to go. MeWe is a different social media platform. It's kind of like Facebook, but it is without all of the ads and all of the obnoxiousness of Facebook. There's a lot of things that you don't find on MeWe, and that's kind of within reason why a lot of us are on MeWe. I've had a profile on there for probably 5 years now, and it is much calmer over there than it is here. All right, I think I got these on the wrong side. Let me swap them and see. Okay, that's much better. Okay. So now I've pulled all of my papers off. So this is freezer paper, so this is reusable. This will probably be next time will be the 3rd time it's being reused, okay? So you can reuse it until it does not work anymore. And that's exactly what I do. I just continually reuse and reuse and reuse until it just does not stick. So, but yeah, MeWe is just it's a scaled down platform. It's a lot more user friendly in my opinion. And you definitely don't have all the ads and all of the other drama. I am getting really tired of all the AI stuff that's popping up on Facebook. But when I go over to MeWe, there's none of that there. There's none of the AI crap everywhere. I apologize for anybody who doesn't like that word, but there's none of the AI stuff over there on MeWe. And there's not ads all over the place. Just had a thought. For the name tags for the retreat, can you put our names in the handle of the individual if it's different? I absolutely can, Joan. Absolutely. I do like that idea. And I was thinking about doing something like that, but I'm glad you brought it up. So it's front and center in my mind. So yes, I will add that into the form that you guys sign up with. That way I have that front and center, and so I don't forget it. It will not fall into the abyss and not get done. So that's a good question. That's a good suggestion. Very good suggestion. I've never heard of it, but we'll check it out. I didn't know what Discord was a little over a year ago. I'm learning so much from quilters. Yeah, Sneaky. There's not a lot of quilting communities on MeWe that I have found. or at least there weren't when I joined. I was actually doing a lot more cross stitch at the time that I joined MeWe. And so I am one of the admins for a cross stitch group that is on MeWe. And they hold regular social events, regular retreats, basically. Um, so what you do on the retreat is you post a picture at the beginning of the retreat, and then you post an update picture whenever you stop for the day or stop for the end of the retreat. And it's just a great way to connect and share. And I'm the tech admin. I don't do all the posts in the group or anything like that, but I'm the support for the other admins of that group. I do have Discord, but I'm not on it a lot. Okay, so this is the star before it's pressed. I'm going to press this last seam open, and then we'll be done with the circle. Or I just read circle from Zaza. We'll be done with the star. I use Circle, School, and Discord, but never heard of MeWe. I don't really do Facebook at all now. See, I've never heard of School, and I've never heard of Circle. So I've not heard of either of those. So my problem, I'm not on Discord a lot. Oh, you're so funny. Joan says, you mean you won't remember it in September? I know you've slept since then. I know, right? I know. So the way that Discord works for me, in my opinion, is it's kind of like old school AIM and Yahoo Messenger, where you could join chat rooms. And when I'm in a chat room, I'm trying to pay attention to everything. I am one of those people that likes to pay attention to everything. And it is absolutely excruciating to try to do that on Discord because there's so many people in all of these groups that are commenting and sending back and forth all of these little things. And by the time I am done with the day, I feel like I have social networked myself into a grave because I am so exhausted. So that Discord doesn't work for me with the way my brain works. Not to say it's not a great tool, but it doesn't work for me. I do have it and I can communicate with people one-on-one through Discord, but it's so overwhelming to be in a group on Discord. I can't handle it. It is just too much for me. So I admit Discord is not for me, but I haven't heard of School or Circle. But MeWe is very, very similar to Facebook, but it is a lot pared down. Hey, Andy, welcome in. Welcome in. Good timing. So I just turned my machine off. I'm not going to sew the other two right now, or the other three right now. But I just made the star. It came out fantastic. So fantastic. Judy says she likes Discord, but not active on there. Let's see. I can't. I can't. I have tried. Thank you so much, Andy. She says, congratulations, Tammy. I'm so close, right? I'm so close to 1,000. I'm so close. Oh my goodness, I'm so close. I'm like vibrating, guys. I really am. But yeah, so we've got the 3 stars that I did before, and then the 1 star from tonight. So this is how they go together. Who here now wants to try paper piecing? I know. Silly question, right? But who wants to try paper piecing after seeing this? Who feels a little bit more confident? A little bit more like they'd tried it. Nikki says she loves the star. I love them too. They are so cute. So cute. They are just so stinking cute. And they do finish at, like they're right now, there should be 3.5. And it is 3.5 that way. And it is 3.5 that way. It's a perfect 3.5. Perfect. Shelby says very pretty stars. Joy T says she likes going in the individual sewing rooms in Discord. It's like getting together and sewing with friends anytime of the day and night. That's true. That's true. Judy says she's only on Lisa and Mona's Discord channel. See, even those two were too much for me. Your stars are awesome, Tammy. Thank you, Joe. I don't do Discord all day. I just pop on and off. I'm glad somebody can. Siberian Stitcher or Siberian Sewing? That might work too. So let me make a couple notes real quick. So, because I think there's like 2 or 3 out there that I'm kind of leaning towards. So I'm gonna make a couple notes. So we're going with Wendy's quilting moments. And Siberian stitching. Siberian stitcher. We might go with the Siberian stitcher. That might be an option too. That kind of keeps that same format. That does keep that same format. Okay, and both of those names that I'm looking at will indicate that it's quilting, sewing, whatever related, crafting related. Let's see. Joan says, nope, not doing paper piecing. And Zaza says, Joan, I'm the same, it's not my jam. See, you know, if you're going to do a big pillow, if you want a 5-point star, this is a fantastic way to get a 5-point star. I love doing this for a 5-point star. If I was going to do 8-point stars, which is what I originally thought, because, you know, all the quilters do 8-point stars. I'm like, but this is a 250th anniversary, a 250th birthday. We kind of need to go a little fancy schmancy. So we're going fancy schmancy and keeping the 5 points. So, because that's what our flag has on it, is 5 stars, 5-point stars. FPP isn't my favorite method, but sometimes it's the easiest way. See, with doing 5-point stars, it is absolutely the easier one. Nikki likes the Siberian stitcher. Okay, good deal. So yeah, we're gonna put a couple out there. We're gonna put a couple of options out there, and see what's available. I know that it will be here on YouTube. I know the problem with YouTube for podcasts is that it gets mixed in with the music. So YouTube Music and YouTube Podcasts are part of the same app, very much like they are with iHeartRadio. If you want to go to a podcast on iHeartRadio, you are also, you know, it's a little bit separated from the music, but it's primarily a music app. It's not primarily a podcast app. So I am looking at options because I don't want to pay a lot for hosting, because I won't be expecting to make anything off of it, at least not initially anyway. It's on the same thread. It's all in the same. See, there we go. I think that's how it's going. Yeah, the talk or not, so we're not, but still friends. Yeah, that's kind of the thing with Discord. It is that community feeling. My whole thing is, if I didn't turn off the notifications on Discord, my phone would not stop going off. And I was only on there for like a week before I had to shut everything off. Everybody's liking Siberian Stitcher. Okay. And it's going to be the Siberian Stitcher. Okay. I'm just saying. Gotta have the word the. Gotta have it. Gotta have the 3-word format. That's kind of what I'm looking for, is keeping that 3-word format. So I will be posting information about it as soon as I have the first podcast episode uploaded. I've already got it recorded, but it is not uploaded yet. I think I'm gonna have to go back and re-record it because the name changing. So I will probably re-record it with a new name. That's where we're at. So guys, what we've got coming up this week, let me go over that real quick because we always do this at the end of the episode on Tuesday night. Okay. Tuesday edition, we always go over it. Oh my gosh, we're at 967. I shouldn't have looked. Okay. Getting nervous. Okay. We are 33 away from hitting that 1,000 mark. That is so crazy, y'all. So crazy. All right. Everybody talking about the phone going off. The Siberian Stitcher is a great idea for any. I think everybody's kind of on that thing, on that same the same listing. All right. So what we've got coming up this week. Let me go into my videos and let's take a look. I have got. Where are we? There we go. All right. So this Friday is Yuletide Sampler 2 Quilts Along. So that is this Friday, 6 p.m. Mountain Time. Kathy from My Hobby Home and Alicia from Quilty Bird Piecing will be here joining me. Then Sunday night, we will have our After Sunset Sunday. So lots of fun there. Then Monday, you guys will have a at least one video from me, if not two. The first video will be the Reflections Mystery Quilt. So if you've not joined in yet, you still can join in. There is no reason why you can't. January is the catch-up month, so if you, for any reason, think that it's a lot to catch up on, January is the time to catch up. There's going to be a lot of extra time in January. It's a much easier month, but it's very important to do January, but it is a much easier month, so you can catch up if you haven't gotten October or November done yet. So 15th, which is Monday, is going to be 3 p.m. Mountain Time, is going to be the Reflections Mystery. I can't talk. I just can't talk, guys. It's going to be the Reflections Mystery. Then on Monday night, I will also release the information about what the checkers on the checkerboard for Quiltmas look like. Because I did not show you guys the checkers. They have been ready. They have been waiting this entire time. So you guys will get a beautiful short about what the checkers are that are going to whoever won the checkerboard. I will also send out information about when it's going out, when it's actually going to get shipped, because I may not be able to ship it immediately because I'm traveling starting on Tuesday morning and can't take it with me. It would not be safe going through the airport and coming back home. I'm not going to trust it. So the checkerboard is not going anywhere until then. And then Tuesday, we will have our Tuesday night live, and I will likely be doing it from the hotel room in San Francisco. So just be aware, my format for this upcoming Tuesday may be a little bit different than tonight, just because I will be in a totally different environment. I will try to pre-record something should I not be able to go live for any reason. So if it seems like I'm not going to have the Wi-Fi bandwidth to be able to go live, I will have a pre-recorded live for you guys for Tuesday night. So that is everything we got coming up this week. Please, 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 if you have not shared the channel out, please share the channel out to all of your friends. Let them come join in on all the fun, getting us to 1,000, which is a crazy, crazy goal. I cannot believe that we are so close. Chloe says, I really liked your Quiltmas project, so unique. You know, it's still sitting here too. It is still sitting here waiting. It is just waiting for you guys. Don't leave your heart there. I know. I'm not going to leave my heart in California. It ain't happening. Everybody's loving the checkerboard. I love it too. I really want to make another one now. Now that I've made this one, I kind of want to make another one. But I'm not sure. You know what? What do you guys think? We're going to ask real quick right before we go. What do you guys think about me making another checkerboard and giving it to a lucky winner after we hit 1,000? If we hit 1,000 very quickly, if we hit it before Christmas, that will be my Christmas gift, is I will make another checkerboard for one more lucky winner. If you did not win it in Quiltmas, you will win it some other way. Joy T is already on there. Yes. I love it. Oh, Nikki's jealous of the flight to San Francisco. Oh my gosh. I am so into Joy T's all over. Yes. Okay. So that's what I will do. Since you guys are absolutely loving the checkerboard, and Susan's loving it too. Yes. Okay. So it may be different fabrics. Just bear with me. It may be different fabrics. I will, Chloe. I so will. Joy T's and Laura's willing to fight for it. See, enter Quiltmas. The more of you guys that enter Quiltmas, the more likely you're going to win the checkerboard. And if you don't, then you need to be here when we do the celebration for hitting 1,000. So if we can hit it before Christmas, I will go live on Christmas Day, and we will do a drawing on Christmas Day of everybody that's live with me. Maybe see it on Sundays or Tuesdays. Sew it on Sundays or Tuesdays. Yeah, I definitely could. Zaza says she'd love to visit the West Coast. Have a great time next week. I won't be able to get out of the hotel. It's hotel, hospital, and back to the hotel. That's all I'm getting. If you get a chance, go tour Alcatraz. I won't get a chance this time. Next time we might have a little bit more freedom. Just depends on what the procedure time is and all of that. But yeah, I would love to go tour Alcatraz. I don't know if I can physically handle it, but we'll do what we can. Enjoy the trip and safe travels. I will keep you guys updated. I promise I will. Because I mean, when a quilter travels with all of our friends, right? Yeah, I'm gonna take you all with me. I promise I will. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and get off of here, guys. I want you to go pet some fabric. Oh no! Hi, Sheila. Glad to see you. She fell asleep. I hear ya. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and say goodnight. Go pet some fabric. Go put some needle and thread to fabric. Go get those warm fuzzies in. Get the dopamine hit. Get the serotonin boost. Get yourself through the week because Christmas is just around the corner, and we will all be super excited to see you when we hit 1,000 here. So don't forget to share, and I